Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000 or 2,000 or even 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So the very first channel, oh, pardon me, I'm not even ready, we're going to look at is Yarn Again. I was watching a couple of their videos and then went to do a couple things to get set up. We feature a different channel every single day at the beginning of Tuber Chat. Based on impact and generosity that I've seen within the community, we do that across all of our social networks so that you have the opportunity to meet loyal and dedicated supporters even when we're not live streaming. So Yarn Again is somebody who's been a friend a long time. It's interesting on their channel because, obviously with the word yarn, we're going to expect things like crochet or knitting or fiber crafts, but our fiber arts rather. When we look at their videos, we see a little bit of that with a lot of variety mixed in, and a lot of creators do this kind of thing, especially in their shorts videos. Yarn Again has done well, getting into 1,300, 1,600 views on a couple of these. We get an idea of some of the things that they're creating or inspiring us with. And then live streams are frequent, and what they do more often than anything else is an auction. If you haven't seen one of these styles of live stream yet, they can be really cool because creators will put items on the screen, everybody bids in the chat in real time, and it can be a lot of fun. Yarn Again's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here for a long time now. 741 subscribers. I'm hoping everybody will connect with them and push them towards the 800 we know they're thinking about. One of the things I'm going to do for this channel right now, though, is click all of these notifications in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can. We do everything we can for each other, including clicking all of these notifications on even when we have the notification bell on for the channel, whether or not we think we can make either the start time or the content at all, because it sends a engagement signal of interest into the YouTube algorithm. So I'll be set to catch Yarn Again. Their next live stream's coming up tomorrow, so hopefully I'll catch that, and hopefully I'll see some of our friends there. Let's look through the chat and see what's going on. I got quite a few names on the wheel right now. Abandoned Exploring Mike is just dropping a super chat before we get really rolling here, and thank you for that. They've done that kind of thing countless times before. For that reason, we'll put that channel up on the screen next. Before I start spinning the wheel, I'll do some introductions. Of course, in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom is Scratch and Pete PA, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube, and I often can't help but mention Michael's adventures when I talk about Scratch and Pete, because these two creators are incredibly supportive. They both support every single thing that I do, and I will be eternally grateful for that, as well as what they do for us here in the Tuber Chat family. Much is not even seen by these creators. So let's look at who else is on the wheel. Canadian Family Life and Just Jason Keto and more were early in the door. Home Bartending with John and Pam's Cozy Crochet Nook were both here. Backyard Trucker, Rushing Wind Mountain, and Roadkill Gaming Jory are here with us frequently. 49 more I ran into earlier today in another live stream. Forgive me which one, I'll never remember. We were in, or I was able to get into quite a few things today. And Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, fellow Canadians, will be put on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Superchatters get put on the screen right away in order, like Abandoned Exploring Mike here. And after a long period of time, probably an hour and a half to 2 hours, I will get around to adding a couple of names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. We expect to be here for about 3 hours. The Bullock Experience has a membership with their gaming channel, Ghost Boy Gaming, so I've got them on the wheel as well. And then I know we've got quite a few more channels here. Jesse Miller Unboxings and more needs to be added to the wheel right now. And then I see KP Heathen is in the house. Wilma 2U1 has been given a lot of support on all of my channels, as a matter of fact, for which I'm grateful. And then Ace Flaw 1, I think, was here for a moment. Gaming with Debbie is here. Legal-minded friends Karin Cole has been here for a while. Foxy's Friends is coming by. They've hit 500,000 views on their channel, which is great to see. And then I think we're just about ready to go. Now, hopefully I don't miss anybody in the chat as long as everybody's still active. We should get around to everybody. And Abandoned Exploring Mike is going to take us into some deep, dark places. Often, it's a bit of a tight fit, and they are willing to go to lengths that I have to admit I would not be willing to go to. You'll find that out when you get to their channel. Abandoned Exploring Mike is going to bring us abandoned location explorations and, dare I say, paranormal type investigations. So they've got a brand new video coming out actually just in an hour and a half. So right after Tuber Chat, we know this channel's going to have brand new content. And I've got my notification on that, but I'm also going to take your latest video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. And then I'm going to look at the shorts here. They've gotten into 2,300, 2,800, even 5,100 views. There's a little bit of variety here in their shorts. And then live streams are something that they've done up to a couple months ago. We'll see if those are going to continue. And we've got notification bells on for every single channel, like I was saying, in the hopes of catching each other as often as we can. Reviews Rider, good to see you in the house for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. The Bullock Experience is going to come up right now. I'm going to have a look at what we've got going on in the chat. Home Bartending with John dropped a highlighted milestone message. And happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody, by the way. For the life of me, I forgot to make sure I had something green to at least wear. Or, I guess if I wanted to, I could probably just turn off the... oh, how do I get my... how do I get my green screen here? I just did this moments ago again. There we go. There's my green for today. But you'll see a green screen image behind me instead. So, pardon me for the silliness. Brown Girl Bella is gifting a membership. Thank you for that. Gaming with Debbie will likely be happy to have that if they're still in the chat. I'll put them on the wheel right away. Dutchfly61 is getting added to the wheel also. And we'll talk about the Bullock Experience in a quick second here. Oh, legal-minded friends Karin Cole also dropped a super chat, so thank you for that. Now, we treat these gifted memberships just like super chats, so I'm going to put legal-minded friends Karin Cole up onto the screen in a moment because of their super chat, and then I will put Brown Girl Bella up on the screen. We'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. And I just want to make sure I'm not missing too much else in the chat. The Wickershire Project Off Grid, good to see you here. King Morgan is in the house again. Thank you for coming back in. I feel like I'm missing a channel or two, and I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Cruising Koozies is here. Thank you very much. They're listening while they can. And yes, Home Bartending with John, thank you for that reminder. They said happy St. Patrick's Day. So absolutely for everybody in the chat. I think St. Patrick's Day, you know, I'm in Canada, but it seems that over my lifetime it's become much, much more of a... I don't want to say global celebration. It's not the right word because, of course, it's celebrated all over the world. You know, in the spirit of our Irish friends and things like that. But it seems to have become more popular, if that makes sense. So more and more people seem to be celebrating as years go on, if that makes sense. It could just be my perspective, but it seems that way. So hopefully everybody's ready to meet each other in the chat, and the Bullock Experience is up on the screen right now. The Bullock Experience came to us as one of the first channels that I consider in the categories of homesteading, fishing, camping, hiking, gardening, farming, ranching, and typical homesteading channels. And the reason why is because these creators seem to have a similar generosity in their personalities, wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other. There's quite a vibrant fishing community out there. Lots of channels here in the Tuber Chat family came in from the fishing community, and of course lots of homesteading channels as well. Globies Travel, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Let me get you into the list on the wheel. As it turns out, I got to go back and look, but if I'm not mistaken, Kristen, my girlfriend Kristen Welton, had given me a 23andMe kit, like one of those DNA kits, as a gift a long time ago, and I had done a video unboxing it and like talking about it as an intro and stuff like that, and the results were not as elaborate as I think they might be, and if I was to have guessed, I would be completely wrong. There's Florida Claimers Ted, they were live last night. Forgive me, we'll talk about the Bullock Experience in a second here. So when I went through that DNA, I happen to be adopted, so I actually don't know my heritage, if you want to call it that. 3 generations of my adopted grandparents, however we want to put that, were all born on Canadian soil. So I'm as Canadian as it gets. But when we dig a little bit farther back, apparently my results say that I'm like 95% British with a 5% chance of being Irish. But those are only estimates anyway, if I understand right. I'll have to dig through it a little bit deeper. But I have been in situations where I've been working in a place predominantly with patrons of Polish descent, where they've walked up and just started speaking Polish to me because I'm assuming I look Polish. And if you look close enough, it often seems that my nose might look Ukrainian. I have been mistaken as Ukrainian when I've been hanging around a Ukrainian family, like a family of friends. And but that little tiny sliver says it could possibly be Irish, so I get to have that for today. And Fairbrick Studio, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Florida Claimers Ted was actually doing a StreamYard panel. I think that's the first time I caught you doing a panel. And then, yeah, I don't know how much, I tend to be skeptical of just about everything, particularly online, so I don't know how much truth there is to things like 23andMe and Ancestry DNA and stuff like that, but it's fun to look at, you know what I mean, and I don't know enough about it to be able to make an educated decision as to whether or not there's much truth to it at all. But who knows? And, apparently I've got papers hidden away somewhere where if I feel like it, I can go and look at my history and stuff like that. But sometimes when you meet people who are adopted, you'll find opposite ideas. You'll find one adopted person that wants to go and learn everything they can about their history, find potential relatives and things like that. And then you find somebody like me who just doesn't think about it almost ever. It comes up in conversation once in a blue moon, but it's not something I worry about or think about every day. I don't look at the world any differently, I don't believe, than anybody else. But it's interesting, these DNA kits and the online services we have now. Mr. Evans Mixed Drink Reviews is in the house. I've been wanting to say something about that channel, by the way, because the first video that I watched from them, he was mixing a drink that was in the largest fishbowl I've ever seen. And I remember as a young lad, my parents, we used to go to a restaurant and the parents would all be drinking this fishbowl drink. But it was a reasonably sized fishbowl, probably the size of a couple of mason jars or something like that. But this thing that Mr. Evans was doing was just very elaborate. So I hope everybody will connect with them. They're fairly new here in the Tuber Chat family, just being here a few times. Bonnie's Corner, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. We're going to move on to content in a quick second here. Oh, interesting, Brown Girl Bella. I did not know that about you. We can all make an assumption based on appearance, of course. Brown Girl Bella has been a friend of mine for about 4 years now. So I did not know the Hispanic part after all this time. But we learn about each other as time goes on, of course, right? Destiny's Lifestyle Vlogs, good to see you back in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Marcus Patzer, good to see you in the house. Thanks for being here. Oh, that's possible. Brown Girl Bella. Yeah, we always wonder if the governments and organizations are just cataloging everything they can. The Bullock Experience up here, like I said, is fishing first. Now, lately they've been doing a lot of shout-outs for other channels, as a matter of fact. But check out this sticker board. Now, I haven't seen this video yet, so I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. But I think it's an interesting thing to do. Ever since I started my YouTube journey, at least throughout the small YouTuber community, we've got a lot of creators doing sticker swaps and things like that. I still have yet to get stickers done. I've actually had somebody drop a couple of super chats, well more than enough to have paid for the stickers, so I got to get those done, and it's just a matter of time. But this is something a lot of creators do, and you'll see it, our homesteading friends do it, and you'll see it on a lot of creators' backgrounds while they're doing videos or live streams where they're doing talking head videos, similar to what you see me doing in the small window there right now, where they've just got a pin board behind them or something like that. But it's great to see lots of creators connecting in that way. And then when we dig through Kelly Bullock's channel a little bit farther, we're going to find some more fishing. Of course, when we get into shorts, we see that they've gotten into 2,800, 3,200 views with more pure variety here. And then live streams on the channel where we've hung out with them actually before, gone fishing. And then, of course, they'll do StreamYard panels occasionally. But I'll show you their gaming channel. Ghost Boy Gaming is where the same creator behind the Bullock Experience is going to bring us video gameplay. They mix up the games over here as well, and some of these videos are starting to move. They've got some shorts on the channel as well. And you see these have gotten into well over 1,000 views now, at least on one of them. And then live streams are something that they do occasionally as well, and they continue to mix up the gameplay. Now, just in case you can't find this particular Ghost Boy Gaming right away, I'm going to drop their handle in the chat. It's better when we search, find, and click on each other's channels, but if you absolutely can't find somebody, then a handle can be a good way to find them if you have to type it out or copy and paste. Legal-minded friends, Karin Cole's coming up right now. Thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And Abandoned Exploring Mike did the same thing earlier, so thank you both. We're going to look at Brown Girl Bella next. She gifted a membership, and I see that Tales Told in the Dark, our dear friend Cassie from Oracles and Beyond, is in the house. And that's a good idea. Yes, the Wickershire project off-grid. You know, the intention, of course, is when you're sending anything out, you could send stickers for your channel to anybody, but lots of creators do sticker swaps, and one of our friends, Elisa's Adventures in Cruising, recently did a postcard swap as well, which I think is really cool. James Gipe's in the house. Most of you know him. He will help you grow your channel as well. He's been a friend since before the beginnings of Superchat, as a matter of fact. Legal-minded friends, Karin Cole is an attorney from the UK. I'm just going to catch up with their videos by grabbing this latest one they put up a few days ago. I'll put that in my catch-up list. Like I said, playlists can be a great tool for keeping caught up with creators. And then when we get into shorts videos, we're going to see that these have gotten into 1,300, 1,400 views. Lots of variety here, but we've also seen them have some guests on the channel in StreamYard panels and things like that, including familiar faces. So hopefully we'll catch her again. We've got notification bells on for every single channel, and I noticed that she's also mentioning that she did familial DNA. Is that right? I may not have heard of that before. And the pros and cons and what to be aware of with law enforcement. So that's interesting when we think about what's possible. So that'll be an interesting video for everybody to watch, just because of what we're talking about today. And Itchin' to Scratch UK, good to see you here. I think they've actually been here for a while, so forgive me for not saying hello earlier. And then yes, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Now, I did mention playlists a few times. If anybody wants to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So, again, Brown Girl Bella gifted a membership, and that was picked up by Gaming with Debbie. I'm not sure if they're still in the chat. So, Gaming with Debbie, if you're still here, just please say anything in the chat. I'll get you onto the wheel right away. And then when we look at Brown Girl Bella's channel, now like I said, this is a creator who's been a friend of mine for about 4 years now, maybe a little bit longer. Actually, I have to go back and look. It must be longer, because I'm about to at the end of next month, Superchat will be 4 years old, if you can believe that. Time is really flying, of course. But I had already been on YouTube for a couple of years before I found the small YouTuber community. And I was introduced to AceFlaw1, Brown Girl Bella, Elevate with Vern, Angel Light Over Darkness 33, and a few other creators, of course. The Soldier Family Network, for instance, which has been renamed. But these creators were interesting because when I first found them, they kind of, instead of saying, like, you know, don't do what we do, go find your own thing, there's too many, don't copy us, and blah, 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 it was the opposite. These creators kind of grab a hold of you and they say, hey, we want to help you. We want to help everybody. We've got communities where everybody helps everybody. And I thought that was incredibly inspiring. So what we call streams like James Gype or Tuber Chat is a growth stream where people can go in, meet each other. You know, of course, here we're focused on friendships between creators and a lot of long-term support, of course. But when I described to Brown Girl Bella and some of these other friends that I was going to start this as a channel, they said, we'll help you. You know, we'll help you build it. And as you can see, we're almost 4 years later, and Brown Girl Bella, true to her word, is still with us, coming by as often as she can to support. And, of course, I try to cross by her channel as often as I can. She's got a couple of live streams that have been going on for a long period of time. She does Sunday Sips, which, of course, is going to be today at 2 o'clock. So she'll be on in half an hour. She might still be on when we're finished. I'm not sure. We expect to be here until about 4 p.m. Eastern. And then she does Bella After Dark, usually on Thursday nights as well. And occasionally she'll do pop-up streams. She's got tons of friends. Obviously, well over 5,000 subscribers now. And you know I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. And she's long past that now. So monetize, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we get to Brown Girl Bella, more often than anything else, we're going to find beauty, unboxings, hauls, and get ready with me type videos. So I'm going to take the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. And then we'll look at her shorts videos. And we see that some of these have gotten into a 1,300, 1,900, and 2,400 views, which is great. And then we see that she's talked a little bit about her heritage here in the chat as well. And even I learned something new from this friend of 4 years. So I hope everybody will connect with her. She's got 1,000 videos on her channel, if you can imagine. So she's been at this for quite some time. And thank you again, Brown Girl Bella, for gifting that membership. I certainly appreciate it. I know Gaming with Debbie will be happy to have it. And then Xbox Quackers, thank you so much for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. And we'll have a look at this channel. Now, forgive me, I'm going to ask again. I probably asked before, but I'm going to ask one more time. What is your other channel? Instead of me guessing, I'm just going to ask you to tell me so I don't make a mistake. Elaine and Dot Crafting and Chatting, good to see you in the house. Kristen Welton, my love, is here. She's a member and a moderator, so I'm going to get her onto the wheel. Yeah, Brown Girl Bella gifted that membership before I even got them on the wheel, but they're a member and have been for a long time as well. One of our longest standing members, actually. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Rosie Wren, the Queen of YT Forever, thank you for the highlighted milestone message. That creator, as a matter of fact, Rosie Wren has been a gold member now for a while, and what that means is that we get to see her channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, like Brown Girl Bella and Home Bartending with John and a few others, but she also gets her link dropped every 30 minutes or so by Nightbot automatically, and just by coincidence it happens to be dropping it right this second. So that's an example. It's just a small bonus we do for gold members. Henry Leslie, Vermont, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to do my best not to butcher my description of your channel today, but it's good to see you in the house. So thank you for coming back in. M&T Living and Cooking, I caught for a live stream again yesterday. I was happy to catch you. They are one of the first channels to be monetized with Canadian Family Life, actually, with the new restrictions of 500 subscribers and for 3,000 hours of watch time. I'm just going to take care of something here. Travel Escapes with the Brooms is the second channel from our dear friend Rambling with the Brooms, who happens to be a member and moderator. So I've got that channel modded up now as well, so you can do that kind of thing whenever you're here with either channel. Wayne's World Unlimited, good to see everybody in the house. And the Wickershire Project Off Grid. Yes, I think I said hello earlier. Oh, and that, yes, okay, so forgive me, Xbox Quackers. I was going to make a mistake describing about your channel. So they do some work on Twitch, but they bring shorts onto YouTube, which is great to see. So I hope everybody will connect with Xbox Quackers, and for anybody that is on Twitch, I hope you'll dig through their channel and catch them. They've got their link right there. And thank you very much. Wayne's World Unlimited is vouching for them as well. Gaming with Debbie, I got you on the wheel, by the way, because you picked up that gifted membership from Brown Girl Bella. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster through channels when we get back from our first break. We'll do that in another moment. We'll just go for 3 minutes, come back. Xbox Quackers, I'm looking forward to seeing these shorts from you. The shorts don't give us those red lines like regular videos and live streams do, so I can't be sure what I've watched or anything like that. What I'll probably do is actually just run your whole list of shorts here, because it's easy to do. And one of the things I might recommend is, so they've got a playlist here that's got Assassin's Creed all games, it says. So they got quite a few shorts on the channel. You see I've been through a few of them, but what I'll probably do is run this entire playlist at some point afterwards. As a matter of fact, let me just leave a note for myself. Pardon me for a second here. There we go. Scratch and PPA celebrated a birthday yesterday, by the way. If anybody hasn't already caught him and wished him a happy belated birthday, I hope you will. And then that's cool. Xbox Quackers is working on some Discord activity as well as long-form videos. VS Speaks Royally, one of our longest-standing members. Thank you, well over 2 years. I caught them for a live stream right before Superchat, as a matter of fact. They were on just like an hour ago. And then, yeah, it's is it maple syrup season? Scott from Rambling with the Brooms. I wonder if the change in weather this year has been detrimental to the production of the maple syrup. And then I don't want to forget to mention it, so I'll ask you here in the chat, is all of your maple syrup already spoken for? Because I should have asked you a long time ago. I meant last year to do it and I was too late, but I'm just curious about that, because I would like to grab an abundant amount of it. So Xbox Quackers has been with us several times before. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're doing on Twitch. I don't do much over there, but often our copyright-free music channel is simulcast on Twitch as well. So hopefully I'll catch you over there soon as well, but I'll be looking forward to more gameplay videos. I thought I was already subscribed, so here's an example. Now you see, when this creator first came into the Superchat family, and the first time we had them on the wheel, you would have seen that I would have said what I'm going to do is take one of their shorts, put it in my watch later list, 2 more of them and put them in my catch-up list to make sure that we're connected. And unfortunately, it looks like YouTube would have knocked that subscription off. So I usually don't subscribe while I live stream, but right now it's okay because I've already watched a few videos. I'm going to make sure the notifications are on like we do for every creator as well. So forgive me for not catching that earlier, but 100% for sure we're subscribed now, and I will run that entire playlist of shorts like I was talking about. Let's see what else I'm missing in the chat. We'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. Oh, the Bud Files is here. Dutchfly 61. I'm going to get ready to go. I'll put the Bud Files onto the wheel. Like I said, when we get back after our first break here, I will try to move faster through channels. We'll get through as many as we can in the next 2.5 hours or so. I mentioned the other day I was going to try to get out and do an outdoor live stream in Niagara Falls, where I happen to live in Canada. But I did a live stream on Friday night, and then I lost my voice again for the 100th time. So I had to skip that. I'm going to try to get out tomorrow. And there should be no problem with that. It's going to be cold. Should be about 0. But I will try to get out. And then, yeah, Pete's after party day. Yes, Kristen Walton, thank you for that, of course, my love. And then let's go for that break right now. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. We're back in 3.5 minutes. Okay, pardon me, everyone. Everything's fine. I have to take care of something. So we're going to have to do that again. We'll go for another 3.5 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll start going through channels again. Dutchfly61 is a one-of-a-kind, so you'll look forward to hearing about it. Alright, forgive me for that, but we're back, and we're going to talk about Dutchfly61. I added a couple of sections onto our wheel here. One says add a name. When that comes up, I will add a name from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And then I added another section called clear the wheel. When that comes up, which of course is completely random, I will wipe out all the names off the wheel, reload with any of the members we haven't already seen, and that'll speed things up so that we can get more channels on the wheel from the chat. And again, it's based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. If I missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier, and I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So we're looking at Dutchfly61, and I mentioned before we went on that second half of the break there that this is a one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuber Chat family. What they bring to us is sky watching, and most of the videos are quite short, but I'm going to grab the latest one. Oops. Pardon me, I'm clicking all over the place here. I'm going to grab one of the latest one. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. They've been posting videos a little more frequently lately, which is great to see. One of them just before Tuber Chat, as a matter of fact. And then shorts on this channel bring a little bit more variety, and I see that they're posting a few more here as well. Interesting that one of these now is at 2,500 views. Another one here is going to hit 1,000. So I hope everybody who hits this channel will go and watch that shorts video and get them that 1,000 views, because it's always exciting when that happens. This is only opinion, but I consider any video popular if it's hit 1,000 views. I know that there's videos out there that have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and even millions, but especially when we're talking about the Tuber Chat family and the small YouTuber community, if a video of any kind gets to 1,000, I think that's a great and exciting milestone, even for shorts. So, anyway, that's just an idea. But the very first shorts video that they ever put out got 4,300, which is great to see. It actually got 4,000 and then continued to grow. But hopefully everybody will connect with Dutchfly61. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as I can remember, as a matter of fact. It's probably getting on a couple of years, if not longer by now. And then let's spin the wheel. Yes, so the Wickershaw project off-grid shorts are always in vertical format and 60 seconds or less. They can be anything. They can be 5 seconds. They can be 59 seconds, anywhere in between, right? And shorts have this winning the lottery aspect to them as YouTube tries to draw over some of the TikTok audience or Instagram Reels audience. So this short form content can bring in bursts of views where they push shorts out in a different way than they do traditional content, it seems. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Michael's Adventures is here right now. I'll talk about his content in a second. He's one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years, almost 7 years now on YouTube. Now, one of the things that I talk about frequently is the idea of these playlists, and thank you, Scratch and PPA was kind of clarifying a little bit. When I talk about swapping playlists, I often go through the conversation very quickly here, but it's an arrangement that anybody can make with any other creator. I push it here on Tuber Chat because I understand how beneficial it can be. Even though I don't interfere or facilitate or anything like that, everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. But swapping playlists simply means that you're agreeing to run a playlist of videos for another creator. They're agreeing to run another playlist for you. You can imagine that as you get lots of other creators running an entire playlist of your videos, the watch time is really going to stack up. But there's a couple of extra benefits. So when somebody's running a playlist of your videos, they're running every video from beginning to end. And that can bump up the averages on your entire channel for percentage of videos viewed, or watch time if you want to put it that way. And then the other benefit, of course, is when you are trading favors with another creator, you have the opportunity to start a friendship. And that's really what we're doing here. So when creators start to have these friendships flourish, you'll find yourself favoring your friends, you'll find yourself being favored by them, and the people you're connecting with and swapping playlists with today will be watching most of what you come up with going forward, and that's where your watch hours start to grow exponentially. So these are the reasons why I push it so much. But anybody's free to simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Tommy Temper is here, another dear friend. He's a restreamer. So what this creator often does, he makes a lot of his own content as well in Edmonton, Alberta, I believe. But what he does is looks for permission from outdoor live streamers and then restreams with commentary and an audience that helps to promote the channels which he restreams. I met him on my personal channel a couple years ago. So Tommy Temper, thank you for coming in, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I think he's growing rapidly too. I think last I looked, I thought he had 5,000 subscribers. I'm going to have to look again, forgive me if I'm mistaken. And then, yeah, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is saying possibly TikTok is up. I have, so not that I'm any kind of authority. I am a social media enthusiast. Not anything more than that, let's just say, as far as, trying to push titles or anything. I just have always been enthralled with the internet. I was born right place, right time. High-speed internet came out when I was about 18, 19 years old, I think it was, and started to become mainstream right after that. I'd already had internet from the time I was 14 or 15. And all the social media I've seen along the way, I have a really hard time believing that they're going to ban TikTok because, first of all, how on earth are you going to do that now? Secondly, if you ban something, people are going to find a way to get to it anyway. You know what I mean? Like, the dark web and websites we don't talk about and things like that. Anybody can find them, no matter what VPNs and parental controls and everything else anybody puts. I also happen to be tech savvy, especially when it comes to programming and websites and internet and things like that as well. So, not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I have a hard time believing myself that TikTok will be banned and people will actually not be able to use it. I know there's talks about them trying to sell the American operations to American companies. I don't know whether that's feasible or what they're going to do, but I have a feeling there's going to be a compromise somewhere thereabouts. But I think TikTok is here to stay. It's just a prediction. And in the meantime, there's a lot of benefit when we think about the idea of posting on other social networks like Instagram Reels, TikTok, Snapchat, Pinterest, Facebook, and of course YouTube Shorts and this and that. One of the things that we can think of, some of you are going to remember, just a week ago, I think it was, Facebook and Instagram and half the services, including YouTube, were having trouble and went down for like half an hour. But I think it was a year and a half ago, Facebook and Instagram actually went down for a while and YouTube exploded. Now, it wasn't just YouTube, it was every other social network. So one of the things we can think about, we think about this with finance, we think about it with the new blockchain technologies and all of the, cryptocurrencies and things like that. Where are people going to go if TikTok gets banned? Where would they end up? Or if it shuts down for a day or two or a month or a year, whatever it's going to be. What we saw from a few different things, I happen to be involved slightly in the gaming, programming and gaming and mobile apps industry. And in that situation, there's a popular company called Unity that made a horrible mistake, and everybody went running to another open source program called Keto. And then on social networks, we saw that when Elon Musk first bought Twitter, I think there was a day that Twitter was having problems, and everybody went running to another server called Mastodon, if we want to call it that. Now, some of what I'm talking about might not make sense. I just happen to get too much into the jargon of this stuff sometimes. But the point that I'm hoping to make is the idea that we always have to think about what are people going to do if one thing goes down or disappears. Very similar to what we see in finance with the stock market. If there's a stock market crash, the money doesn't disappear. It goes somewhere else, whether it's in precious metals, real estate, bonds, treasury bills, and stuff like that. And so we think about that. So there is big benefit to having a lot of shorts on a channel, because if TikTok has a problem ever, all of the other social networks are going to get a boost at that time. So it's just a prediction, but I'm sure you know what I mean. Everybody's free to disagree, of course. And then, yes, AOL, Netscape, and MySpace. As a matter of fact, Wickershire Off-Grid, I had CompuServe and AOL because I was so enthralled. I literally, so I started working at a very young age, but I love that stuff. I bought the modem for the family computer, and I asked my mother, can you put my CompuServe and my AOL on your credit card? And I had to pay for that every month, but I loved it. And eventually started developing websites when that became popular in around 1989, 90, whatever it was. Regional Sky Girl, good to see you in the house. Not sure if I said hello. Pardon the long speeches today. I didn't expect to get into story time. But these are things I hope to inspire with the idea, like I said, if we have a problem, if you hear news and something's going to go wrong on a social network, you can prepare for that and be ready. So if you're not already making shorts, I would recommend everybody experiment with the idea if you think it's appropriate for your channel. But there's also a video that just came out from the YouTube creator team about a week ago, and they talked about the algorithm and the idea that while we think that we have to worry about our channels to make videos fly, they insist that videos are put in the algorithm on their own. So even though a lot of us would disagree, you have to have a lot of subscribers to get a lot of views. That's the way it seems most of the time, except for shorts. They insist that it's possible for a creator with not many subscribers to make a good video and have that video fly. It doesn't have to be good, meaning quality. It has to be content that people are searching for. So if you can see the future, whether it's news or anything else, and know that something bad is going to happen somewhere on the internet, or there's a chance of it, you can prepare. If it doesn't happen, you've got an extra video, and if it does happen, you might get a boost in views. So I don't want anybody to become a news chaser. That could be detrimental to your channel as well, and I got long speeches for that also. But these are things we can think about, and again, not saying I'm right. Gloria's Platter, long time friend. I think she's been with us long over 3.5 years now. Super Rainbow Queen is still in the house. And I feel like I missed another channel coming in, so forgive me for that. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So when we look at Michael's Adventures, I talked about this creator earlier as one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube. Michael's Adventures has been with us almost from the beginning of Tuber Chat. He found us within the first 30 or 40 episodes and has been here ever since. He goes over and above when it comes to the idea of helping other creators grow, particularly with watch time, running playlists. Much of what he does for creators actually goes unseen, I believe, but I'm lucky as the host of Tuber Chat. I get to see a little bit behind the scenes and get to know creators and build friendships where I understand how supportive people are. But Michael's Adventures goes over and above when it comes to that. Anybody can feel free to swap playlists here in the chat anytime. He'll be willing to do it with you. All of our moderators will be willing, including myself, of course, and you can simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. So Michael's Adventures brings us wildlife and nature videos. He's been doing a lot of extra content lately, taking us for ride-along live streams. He often gives us walks around his areas, stories to be told on the channel. Lots of long-form content now. He started out with very short videos. He's got over 3,400 videos in total on the channel now, and he premieres every single day. It's hard to keep up, but he actually plans these about a month in advance. I've got a few notifications on there, but he will do another premiere tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. and he's on every day at 9 a.m. A mix of ride-along live streams, walks around his area, and a lot of wildlife, including raccoons, deer, foxes, and bird watching and more. When we get into the shorts videos on the channel, we see that Michael's Adventures does a lot of lottery ticket scratching. He gives us bite-sized information and small stories to be told while he's outdoors as well. Might be playing a slot game on a tablet or something like that as well. Michael's Adventures, of course, is, like I said, an incredibly supportive creator. He's been a dear friend a long time, supports everything I do on every channel that I own, for which I'm grateful, and gives us an abundant amount of help on our copyright-free music channel as well. For those of you who haven't seen it, all the same music that you hear in the background of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. It is available on all major music platforms. We have a separate channel for that. We'll go and raid into it after Tuber Chat right now, or in 2.5 hours or 2 hours from now or so. And then there's a video game going over there. It's a virtual nightclub, basically, and everybody can hang out and keep connecting the same way we do here. And follow the Bradley's Fun. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Xbox Quackers making me laugh in the chat. Oh, yes, so Backyard Trucker. It's great that you're getting help from Marketplace Boutique. So forgive me, I know I've been going on about this for a long time, but I really have been getting my ducks in a row for the last couple of months. I expect to start making tutorial videos for Superchat to show everybody how to do some of the things that, first of all, I do or I see creators do that can be very helpful. So for instance, for somebody who's not necessarily, I don't want to say not tech savvy, but somebody who's not like on computers and phones and devices all the time, there are ways that you can get videos from your phone to your computer without plugging in cables and without showing up anywhere. You can do it over the internet with things like Dropbox or Box.net and Google Drive and OneDrive and things like that, and I intend to show everybody how to do that. So these are just ideas. Broken Home Podcast, good to see you in the house. For anybody that's brand new today, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. What we'll do right now, my clear the wheel section just came up, so I'm going to wipe all the names off the wheel. I will reload with any of our members who haven't been seen that are still in the chat, and that will speed things up for us so we can get to more channels faster. We still got 2 hours to go, lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. Roadkill Gaming Joy is coming up next. We'll be back in 3.5 minutes. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other, and if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Together we travel. Good to see you in the house, Rem's family. Good to have you back. We're back in 3.5 minutes. Alright, we are just about back. We're looking at Roadkill Gaming Jory. So I just cleared off the wheel. I've reloaded with any of our members who are still in the chat. If I notice that I've taken anybody off and not replaced their name, I'll add them on as I see them in the chat again. And I'm just going to put back our add a name section there. And what that will allow me to do when that comes up, which is random, I will add a name from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And like I said, we still got a long way to go, another couple of hours. So I know I got into a few long speeches there, which I didn't expect to, but we'll try to speed things up. Crimson Skies, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's somebody I've known for quite some time that is new in the Tuber Chat family. I hope everybody will connect with them. They actually already support all of my channels, including my personal channel and the copyright-free music channel that I mentioned earlier as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. And we'll go and have a look at that copyright-free music channel in another couple of hours after Tuber Chat. When we look at Roadkill Gaming Jory, we see a creator that's been a friend a long time. They post frequently. They've only got a couple of, or one video so far, Xbox versus PlayStation here. They've got quite a few shorts, though, actually, and these have started to really move into even 9,000 views and beyond on a couple of them. Lots of variety in video gameplay here, and then when we get into live streams, we see that they're mixing up different video games while they stream as well. We've got notification bells on, so hopefully we'll catch them the next time they do another stream. And thank you, everybody, for the reminders, for those thumbs up. They really do help. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to specifically see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. 49 more. Let's get them up on the screen right now, and we'll see what is going on with them. 49 more is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they do happen to be a member right now as well. They've got 332 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 that they're thinking about. When I get into their videos, I see that they've put a couple more on in the last couple of days. I'm just going to grab the, I don't know, still to this day, it's been a year, and I still don't know if that's Saker or Sacker. I'm just going to put that mini chainsaw review into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them and get a look at that video. Maybe you can clarify it for me when I get in there. And then this creator obviously brings us farming, gardening, hunting, product reviews, wildlife, and prep videos. And they bring that variety into their video content here, as we can see. And then they've got some shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into 10,000, even 12,000 views on one of them, which is great to see. Lots and lots of outdoor content on this channel. So I look forward to getting to know them more, but like I said, I'm going to take that product review video and put that into my catch-up list, and that'll give me a chance to watch another piece of content. One of the things that I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over time I get to know the channels over weeks and months by watching videos, hanging out in premieres and live streams. I get to know the content, and if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I always enjoy getting to know creators in that way as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Silent Silver, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Did I catch you for a live stream, or was it a premiere? And pardon me, I have not cleaned up the wheel well enough. My add a name section came up here, so I'm going to add a name to the wheel in a moment from our chat list. Stay Hall, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Canadian Family Life is coming up right now. I'm going to get Silent Silver on the screen. Or pardon me, pardon me. Canadian Family Life is coming up on the screen right now. I'm going to get Silent Silver on the wheel. I know I missed a comment in the chat. I'm going to go back and catch it in a second. Together We Travel, still here. Thanks for being here. Glorious Platter, of course, is still here. And then, oh, thank you, Pam's Cozy Crochet Nook. Yeah, forgive me, I'm not sure exactly what I may have said. One of the things we want to think about when it comes to the ideas of intros Some of the biggest creators, you have to look at your analytics to know for sure, but a recommendation is if you're going to put an intro on your videos, to make it as short as possible. Even I have made the mistake from the beginning of my YouTube channel 6 years ago that some of the intros that I've made for channels were way too long, 15 seconds, and it's been detrimental because some of the videos that might have done better lost people because they leave when they see the intro. I happen to do a lot of product or tech reviews, so if somebody comes to look at a product, they really don't want to like listen to music and hear me talk about whatever else I'm going to do. They just want to know what they want to know. Like, hey, if I'm opening a new tablet or a phone, I just want to see the phone. I don't want to hear what this guy's got to say. And that's in my case. So I've taken myself out of my product review video. Some of you will have noticed that. And I've taken my intros right off. I may do a new type of intro, but it won't be more than 5 or 6 seconds. Very, very quick. Just as here's what else I do, let's get into it kind of thing. But these are just ideas. But if anybody wants to reach out, like I said, I'm always happy to talk YouTube. You can tell I'm absolutely passionate about this stuff, as I am with all social media and anything internet. But I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. And then Canadian Family Life. Let's talk about this channel. And hopefully the internet will hold itself together for us right now. We're still early enough. If it buffers and we lose it, we'll restart one time. But hopefully it'll hold itself together. And Canadian Family Life is coming up right now. Some of you hear us talk about Tiffany. We've got quite a few Tiffanys in the Superchat family, 4 that I can think of if I'm right. But when we talk about Tiffany lately, we're often talking about Canadian Family Life. I'm going to put this trailer back in my catch-up list again because I'm sure everybody can understand. I run a lot more videos than I watch. I watch what I can, but I did run that and not watch it, so I'm going to watch that video. But I want to see what you did for your trailer. And Canadian Family Life is now well over 3,000 subscribers. This is actually one of the fastest growing channels that we've seen in the Superchat family in the last more than 3.5 years now. They are one of the first 2 channels with M&T Living and Cooking to be monetized under the newer restrictions that came out last year of 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time, but they've long surpassed all that now. Monetize, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Canadian Family Life says they're going to bring us cooking, daily life, family fun, gardening. They do container gardening, grocery hauls, a lot of cooking videos. Tiffany is incredibly supportive to other creators. That's probably what I would say is the number one reason I think that this channel has grown so solid and so strongly. They live stream occasionally, but you'll see a little bit more variety on their channel with unboxing videos as well as shoutouts for other channels. Shorts are starting to really do well on this channel, getting into 2,500 views for a few of them. One over 5,500, I think. I know for sure that's still growing. I thought it was 5,300 when we said that on what would have been Friday. I could be mistaken, but I think so. And then live streams are occasional, like I said, but we've always got notification bells on so that we can catch every creator as often as we can. And I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go now. I'll try to get moving through channels now. And Rushing Wind Mountain, some of you will hear us in the chat mention a creator named Ruby, and this is who we're talking about. Rushing Wind Mountain comes to us from the Pacific Northwest and brings us wildlife and nature videos more than anything else, with pleasing visuals, pleasing audios, and a few humorous moments in the shorts on the channel. I did say I was going to get another channel onto the wheel from our chat list, so I'm going to do that right now. And we will add the Wickershire Project Off-Grid. Let me just double check that they're still with us. The Wickershire Project Off-Grid, just let me know if you're still here, please. And otherwise, I'm going to add Wilma 2U1 on there right now. And then I'll put the Wickershire Project if they're still here. Lots of time to get through, lots of channels, well over an hour and a half today. And Gaming with Debbie is still on the wheel. I think I've got everybody on there. Rushing when Mountain, like I said, from the Pacific Northwest. They give you an idea of what to expect on their About page. And then, like I said, the shorts on the channel can feature some humorous moments if you dig through them, but they've gotten into well over 5,000 and 6,000 views, one over 9,000, which is great to see. When we look at videos on this channel, we see pure variety when it comes to wildlife and nature. So they mix things up. We get different things to see, different audio in the background, a couple of these fireplace videos they've done, a new one lately, and then live streams are something that they've done a few times now. So hopefully those will continue, and we've, like I keep saying, got notification bells on for every channel in the spirit of catching each other as often as we can. Rae B is in the house. I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. I'll give one more call for the Wickershire Project Off-Grid if you happen to still be here. Just say anything at all in the chat. And Jesse Miller unboxings and more will come up right now. So I've mentioned it many times, but if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is a creator who I've known now for what I believe is about 3.5 years. But this creator becomes more and more supportive over time and has become a dear friend. Somebody who cares very much about their YouTube community around their channel, and those of us in the Superchat family as well. She literally supports every single thing I do on every single channel that I touch, for which I'm grateful, of course. She's working on 1,900 subscribers, and as you can imagine, she does unboxing videos, sometimes independent, but most often she's bringing us monthly subscription services. And most of us have seen this kind of thing. They've got a subscription service for everything from the Cigar of the Month Club to socks to comic books to jewelry and makeup and even snacks and food and barbecue sauces and everything else. So Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is going to give us a lot of variety in the subscription services that she orders. And when we look at her shorts videos, we're also going to see that she features a lot of the things that she finds within the monthly subscription boxes as well. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I don't know how I missed this. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. She dropped that yesterday. And then live streams on the channel are something she does occasionally every month or two. We've got notification bells on, so hopefully we'll catch her the next time. Rem's family's willing to swap playlists. Just Jason Keto and More is always up for swapping with creators. And then yeah, Silent Silver. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I did today. I have a green pen and a green screen that is not green. And I usually try to remember that kind of thing. I've known it's St. Patrick's Day all weekend. I should have grabbed. I thought I had a necklace or a hat or something somewhere, but I forgot all about it. So forgive me for that. But yes, happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. RX Nails I saw come in, so thank you for being here. That's an incredibly supportive channel, by the way. I run into them constantly when I'm out bouncing in between premieres and live streams. VJ Max Gamer, good to see you here as well. And Fairbrick Studio is in the house. I know they were early in the door today, but thank you for coming back in. I did clear the wheel earlier, so I'm going to get you on there right now. Let's spin. We'll see who's coming up next. And if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So yeah, it looks like the internet might be choking a little bit on us, but hopefully it'll hold itself together. If it breaks anytime soon, then we'll restart one time. If it takes more than another half hour, we'll call it for the next live stream, which will be on Tuesday. We're trying to go every other day, and I expect to keep that up as much as possible. You can always look at the front page of Tuberchat and see when the next couple of streams are coming. I try to do them 4 or 5 in advance. And then, yes, Stay Hall, thank you for the kind words. So, Silent Silver is up there right now, and look at that luck. Today, you came up pretty quick. Silent Silver is going to talk to us about precious metal stacking as well as prepping. And the idea is it doesn't have to be that we're, doomsdayers or waiting for disaster to strike. I am a huge fan of precious metals. I believe that every person can benefit from having some percentage of precious metals in an investment portfolio for safety, if nothing else, if you want to call it that. And there's lots to learn. Silent Silver is going to help us with that. There's a big difference between numismatic collectible coins and precious metals, but that can be described by creators like Silent Silver, the Numismaniac, and a few creators that we've got here that talk to us about these things. I see you've got a Mail Call Monday video here. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up with the channel somewhat. And then when we look at shorts videos, we see bite-sized information about a lot of different collectibles more than anything else. A bit of prepping there, obviously, and self-defense possibly. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they're on fairly frequently, usually once or twice a month, and we've got notification bells on, so hopefully we'll catch them the next time. 856 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 900 that they're thinking about. They'll be officially on the road to 1K. Obviously an exciting milestone for everybody's YouTube journey. Now, let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Oh yeah, no, not yet, Just Jason, Keto, and More. Forgive me. I must have, when I cleared the wheel, I must not have put you back on there. I'll get you on right now. And if any of our members, by the way, are meant to be on the wheel, and you wonder if I've missed you, I know not everybody can read the list of names easily, feel free to give me a nudge, because I promise you I make as many mistakes as anybody, and usually Scratch and PPA is able to catch 99% of those or more, but I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it, of course, right? And then Fairbrick Studio's up on the screen right now, and we'll see what they've got going on. They started their channel with Lego stop-motion videos, which is interesting and almost one of a kind in the Superchat family, but they've expanded their content over the last long while. They are doing a lot of video gameplay. They've got this game all in whole, almost a golfing-looking type of game, or oh, why can't I remember what you call that thing where the marble is on the table and you gotta move it around? Labyrinth or something like that, right? And then they've also helped me with this game, Lego Tower. I got back into playing this game when I saw it on their channel. I used to play Tiny Tower, and when I saw there was a Lego one, I got into that. They've sent over a lot of help for that as well. And then they do a lot of channel shoutouts lately. So similar to what we're doing here in Superchat, but they do it in a video format. Lots of familiar faces in these videos as well, so it's great to see creators promoting each other. They got some shorts that have done spectacularly well, getting into 11, 12, and even 15,000 views. And then live streams are an idea that they've experimented with, but we'll see if they're going to keep those up in the future. So, Fairbrick Studio, an incredibly supportive creator. They're here with us just about every day in TuberChat, and then I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go in another moment. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Wilma 2U1 is a support channel, but this is somebody who's giving an incredible amount of support actually on all of my channels right now. So whether or not they're going to produce content is yet to be seen, but I hope everybody will connect with them and will be ready for them so that when they do produce content, we'll be able to give them a head start. The next channel we're going to look at is a dear friend, Just Jason, Keto, and More. Somebody I actually had the pleasure of meeting in person about a month ago. He only lives a couple hours away from me. We intend to do a bit of collaborating at some point in the very near future. He helps us with healthy eating, healthy living, particularly when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Pardon me. And then thank you, Rae B. Yeah, especially when I'm on a phone. I have to remember, right, to turn that thing off. That's why we all give each other so many reminders about thumbs up, subscribe, turn the bell on, and stuff like that. For those of us who run channels and are really trying to support creators all the time, we hear it a million times. But it really is necessary because it absolutely does help, right? When you think about the idea, you might put out a premiere, a live stream, you might have 23 thumbs up, and even if you get 2 more, you're hitting 25. It's a bigger percentage. It's an exciting milestone to have hit, and all the other reasons that we love that stuff. So thank you everybody for that as well. Stay Hall is, forgive me, I don't mean to laugh, but when you're saying getting back in your keto journey tomorrow, I have a joke with a lot of people about how my diet always starts on Monday, and by Tuesday I'm right back into all my bad habits and things like that. But that's been going on my whole adult life. Most of you know here, I used to work in radio, and when I was on the radio, I'd work with other people, and then so the next person would come in and they'd be like, "Hey, Kevin, why are you drinking water?" "Oh, it's Monday." Right after that, they'd see me with a case of Coke or Pepsi the next day and stuff like that, and just nonsense. So I always joke with everybody, yes, diet starts on Monday. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be a diet, right? The better idea is when we think of it as a long-time lifestyle change. And Just Jason Keto and More will be the first person to let you know that little changes over a long period of time can have the biggest benefits. So an example is what they say on their banner right now. If you started today, imagine where you could be this time next year. It's already March. I know people are going to be hitting the gym and jumping on the treadmill, trying to get that beach body happening within the next month or two. And if you can do it, that's great. I have done a keto-based diet once a long time ago. I managed to lose about 30 pounds in 2 months, as a matter of fact. The pictures and everything are still on my Facebook, but it was, I think, 15 years ago, something like that now. So I know it's possible. But when we think about a lifestyle change and the idea of what do you want life to look like next year, that can, we can relate that to a lot of different aspects of our lives. But when it comes to healthy eating and healthy living, somebody like myself would aspire to have a healthier lifestyle for the rest of my life. Let's just say, right? And that's easy to do, in my opinion, when you make small changes along the way. Start eating less of the things that we know we shouldn't, and drinking less of the things we know we shouldn't, and a little bit more of the things that we like that are healthier as an alternative for us, right? If that makes sense. So forgive me, I'm no authority. Just Jason Keto and More is going to do a much better job of inspiring and motivating on his channel. He's got a lot of recipes. He's very known for these chaffles, for instance, and if you haven't seen what a chaffle is yet, I hope you'll have a look, because they are wonderfully easy to make snack. When I say recipes on Just Jason Keto and More's channel, they usually comprise only a few ingredients, are very quick and easy to make, literally simple. So Just Jason Keto and More literally has joked right here in Superchat about the idea of recipes that, I find the idea of a recipe daunting. Do I have to stand in front of the oven for an hour and prep and make a meal that it's going to take 5 minutes to eat? So somebody like me is not fantastic in the kitchen. I can cook to save my life, of course, but Just Jason Keto and More is going to give us a lot of things we can look at for snacks and meal alternatives when we're looking for something healthier that are very quick and easy. So I can't say that enough. Now, this creator also does a lot of product reviews, and they'll help us make sense of a lot of the ingredients that we're going to find on products that are marketed towards a keto-based diet or lifestyle in the grocery store and other health food stores and places. He's got a vibrant community of people who want to motivate and inspire as well, and some of those influencers join him on his channel for videos and live streams when it comes to the idea of interviews, sharing their life experiences, tips, tricks, trials, tribulations. Then Just Jason Keto and More is very well willing to head out literally hundreds of miles away to bring informative content like he did last year at Keto Palooza. He's expecting to be back this year again. I believe he said he's already booked his tickets. Now, shorts are something that Just Jason Keto and more has been posting more and more of. Lots of these healthy looking grilling shorts have done well. 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 views and beyond. And one which I've seen, which is very entertaining, is 22,000 views and beyond now, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel. Every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern, I literally have an alarm in my phone for this channel to try to catch him as often as I can. What you're going to find is whether you catch him for a premiere or live stream, you will probably find yourself compelled to participate because the conversation is so lively, and there are an abundant number of people in the chat willing to inspire and offer tips and tricks of their own when we come up with comments and questions. So hopefully everybody will check that. Via Speaks Royally, thank you so much. I think they might be heading out, but they are a member. I'm going to put their channel on the wheel, and we will talk about it briefly when it comes up. We're going to go on a break right now for 3.5 minutes again. We do that about every half hour-ish. And then Pam's Crochet Nook is going to be coming up. If anybody, again, has not given that thumbs up, I hope you will. And if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. We're back in 3.5 minutes. All right, we're back. We're looking at Pam's Cozy Crochet Nook. This is a creator who's actually been with us for a while now, but I think we had her channel on the screen the very first time just a couple of days ago. So this is a channel I'm still getting to know. A self-taught crocheter and a lefty. Crochet is their passion, of course. They make baby blankets, scarves, afghans, and more, and they donate a lot of what they make to schools and other types of ideas like that. Now, Pam's Cozy Crochet Nook, I also see out supporting other creators, which is great to see. And when we look at their videos, I'm just going to grab one of the latest ones. They put this up yesterday, and I'll put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. When we get into shorts on this channel, we see that this creator's gotten into close to 500 views on these shorts. So as they post more and more, they'll likely grow more and more, of course. That goes for just about everything, but we know with shorts that's the case. I've already got notifications on for a few live streams they've got coming up. Several days from now, they seem to be on at least once, if not twice a week, and 414 subscribers. So we'd love to push Pam's Cozy Crochet Nook towards the 500. We know they must be thinking about it. It's a new exciting milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Sammy Comedy is here. For anybody that's brand new in the Superchat family today, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Yeah, every day I'm choffling. Mike and Rihanna's adventures making me laugh. And forgive me, I won't get into a long story. Some of you know I mentioned it earlier, but I used to work in radio, and I spent a little bit of time at one of the popular radio stations in Toronto. I worked for several of them, but when I was at Kiss 92, they hooked into a Kesha tour and made a concert. They do one of those radio concerts where they bring in a bunch of artists. So I was able to hang out with LMFAO in a VIP section backstage, and I was doing a radio show for an artist named Akon at the time. It's just coincidence. Why on earth would somebody from Toronto be working on that? But it was something I was lucky to catch a few years in a row. And as a part of that Kiss 92 concert, we had LMFAO there. Kesha was the headliner. Akon had another stage, and there was a few other artists there. For the life of me, I can't remember, but yeah, every day I'm choffling for sure. Just Jason, Keto, and more certainly will be. Pardon me for 1 second. We'll talk about Henry Leslie, Vermont. Holy smokes. So let's see what we can do. Oh, every day I'm buffering. You're making me laugh, Jesse Miller as well, because it seems to be. And then Henry Leslie, Vermont brings us a lot of outdoor content. Now I'm going to read from their About page. I might get you to pardon me for 1 more second here, and then we'll talk about their channel. Oh, did I not mute the mic earlier? Pardon me for that. I meant to mute the microphone. Forgive me. It is, yeah, something else. I'm one of these people, I can't sneeze quietly. It is very violent and loud, and I've made that mistake a few times. Sam's Logs, Trains, and More will likely remember once I blew my nose on the stream, and I have to do that loud. It sounds like a train horn. And I thought the mic was muted. So pardon me, everybody, for that. But luckily, we're all friends here. So when we look at Henry Leslie Vermont's channel, we're going to see, they say, Vermont Wildlife, Leslie Homestead Dooryard Gardens, and other miscellaneous stuff. And trail cams are something that they bring us a lot of content from. and we look at what they've been doing lately. So they're posting videos frequently, usually every few days. I'm just going to grab the latest one. The Robins are back. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. When we get into shorts videos, we see that this creator's gotten into 4,000, almost 5,000, and well over 6,000 views on a few of these. Lots and lots and lots of outdoor content here, and then some live streams as well. So they were doing these up to a year ago. We'll see if they're going to continue. Pardon me, and like I keep saying, we've got notification bells on for all creators. And then, very energetic is a good way to put it, Rae B. Beverly, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Yes, hopefully I didn't say anything while I was supposed to. I'm allergic to everything. I'm I'm doing that kind of thing all the time. And I've seen people who don't have to do that. Like when they sneeze, they just go, excuse me. And I'm like, what on earth was that? Because I don't understand why some people don't have to be violent and disturb everybody in the neighborhood when they sneeze and cough and everything else. But for whatever reason, I was blessed with that talent. So I have to live with that. We got a couple of cats here, and I take allergy, medicine when I'm here. I'm very lucky because everything affects me as well. So, like, if I have a headache, I take Advil. It's gone in 15 minutes. If I can't sleep and I take melatonin, I'm asleep in 15 minutes, which is great. But often I find myself either playing with the cats and stuff like this. I have to be very conscious about having dust around, so I always keep one of these by the computer so I can clean off the keyboard and everything else a little bit quicker than I otherwise might. Yes, it was something else as well. And Marketplace Boutique likes to do it in public too, which is great. And then I occasionally I have said something I wish I hadn't said. I did it once here in Tuber Chat, and I was able to get back and erase it. Luckily, I cut it out of the live stream after as if it never happened. The internet was driving us bonkers, and whenever you have a router that has a problem, things like rainstorms, like thunder and lightning and things like that, power flickers and power outages can affect it. We were having problems with the internet over and over and over again. Scratch and PPA Michael's Adventures and some of our friends who've been with us over all these years will remember about a year ago that was going on. We were replacing routers, I don't know how many times now, and we must have lost the stream and had it cut off probably 10 in a row. I'm not exaggerating, but it's got to be close to that. And one time I just had it, so I thought we were off because somebody said stream ended. So I was like, every time, and I put a little word in the middle there, and I thought we were done, but we weren't. It was still on, and like I said, I make as many mistakes as anybody, so I try not to. I have never been caught that I know of, but I've mentioned a couple of things like that on other people's streams, just in passing. So we try not to do that. I try to keep that stuff to a minimum anyway. As the children were all growing up, I would explain to them, never mind what I do. You do what I say, not what I do. And the idea is when a word like that comes out, I say, is that how you want to sound? Because you shouldn't. And then that's my reasoning for why you shouldn't talk the way I sometimes have been caught talking. But like I said, I try to keep it to a minimum anyway. Lawn Lifters, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Monica Lynn, Alaska My Heart, good to see you here. Let's get them onto the wheel. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I'm not sure if Cali King 916 is in the chat or not. I saw them in the list, so I've got them on the wheel. Backyard Trucker is here with us just about every day as well. They give a lot of props to Marketplace Boutique for helping them out. They got 141 subscribers right now. And hopefully we can push them towards the 200 that they're thinking about. There's a couple of cats right now on some of their content here. I'm going to take your latest video, put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to watch another piece of content. Like I keep saying, one of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over a long period of time, I get to know the channels, and then over weeks and months by watching videos, hanging out in premieres and live streams, I get to know the content. And if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I always enjoy getting to know creators in that way as well. And I'm on Instagram all the time, Twitter some of the time, and Facebook most of the time as well. Wheaten Shaw, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Sammy Comedy, yeah. Things like Super Chats and memberships here in Tuber Chat are unnecessary. Appreciated when they do happen, but I certainly never want to solicit, and I don't want anybody to feel obligated. Those kind of things. What I insist here in Tuber Chat is that we keep all the content open to everyone. The only thing is that it can take a long time to get onto the wheel or the screen. But in every single stream, we always look at least a couple of channels that have come out of our chat list that are not Super Chatters or members. And that's just something that we try to do. We try to get through as many channels as we can. We still got over an hour to go today, so lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. And while I appreciate those things when they happen, I don't want anybody to, go over and above when it comes to trying to get that stuff done. It's unnecessary here. So, Backyard Trucker, again, hopefully everybody will connect with them. They got shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 10,000, 12,000 views. They got a playlist so far. Now, hopefully, if you're going to if you're going to swap playlists with other creators, hopefully I can motivate or inspire everybody to make several playlists. But I've learned a little bit more lately because I've been more aggressive about running playlists again lately. So what my recommendation would be, if you are have a channel that has an abundant number of videos, like more than 100 in total, then what I would recommend is making a playlist for the purpose of swapping playlists with other creators. I used to recommend making a playlist of everything you've got on the channel, but for me lately, I've been having a lot of problems with playlists stopping after 100 videos. I thought it was 200, but it's actually 100 lately. So I would try to keep playlists for the purpose of swapping with other creators under 100 videos. Of course, everybody's free to do whatever you want, and even I have playlists on channels that have everything on the channel. Right? It says like all I've got or all my videos or something like that. When swapping playlists, I recommend now putting as much as you can into playlists, but a lot of creators will look for a fair trade as well. So if you're somebody who has a lot of videos, what you can do is measure out your playlist like Scratch and PPA does, where you can have a 5-hour playlist, a 10-hour playlist, a 20-hour playlist. I've done that kind of thing on our music channel now. And then otherwise, you can make playlists based on categories of videos or series of videos on your channel. And if you notice what Scratch and PPA has done, he'll make a playlist for, let's say, 1 year's worth of videos and then put the timestamp on it to let you know this is 20 hours long or 12 hours long or however long it is. These are just ideas, but suggestions either way, because I've had a couple of creators that I've been swapping playlists with now, especially because we're aiming for monetization, of course, on the music channel. We need a lot of hours over there, but while I'm running, let's say 3 playlists at a time, I look behind me and find that 2 of the playlists have paused just because they've got more than 100 videos in them. So then we got to find other ways to run them and things like that. Of course, you can make playlists of other people's content, but that's a whole nother speech and a lot more work, so it's up to you how you get that done. Now, VS Speaks Royally is another creator who's been with us for about 3.5 years as well. This creator is rapidly growing, but they've also got a vibrant community, and I talk often here in Tuber Chat about vibrant conversation and the fact that that's how we basically run the wheel and the screen, with the exception of members and things like that. It's run with a robot in the background called Streamlabs, which keeps statistics and lets me know how active everybody has been in the chat. And it goes much farther than just how long you've been here. It has to do with activity, and somehow they've got an algorithm in the background that seems to be able to measure true conversation, or at least close to it. Those who are most actively engaged in true conversation in the chat are the ones we see added to the wheel faster than anything else. So these are just ideas. And then VS Speaks Royally always engages conversation everywhere they go. Here in Tuber Chat, everywhere that I run into them supporting other creators, and on their own channel, they do a great job of leading conversation when they talk about their main subject in their live streams, which is the royal family, more than anything else. They got a bit more variety in their videos if you dig through some of their older content. Shorts bring pure variety on this channel, but they've gotten into 5,000, 8,000, 13,000 views on a couple of these. The live streams are where the magic happens on this channel. I just caught them this morning, but this creator talks the royal family. They've been keeping up with this literally for years, and we've seen a lot of different things happen with the royal family over the last few years. Obviously, there's always more and more going on, and VS Speaks Royally keeps on top of that, and their community really engages conversation during the live streams as well. They're monetized, of course, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And this is a creator who's been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in Tuber Chat for a very long time. They support on all of my channels as well. Another channel that's fairly new in the Tuber Chat family, just being with us for a few months now, is Globy's Travel. So we'll see what they've got going on their channel. YouTube wants to misspell for me when I'm looking for them. And let me see if I can get them to come up. Did I misspell it wrong again? Is that what my problem is here? Oh, Globy's Travels, yes. I don't know why I can't just get that. By the way, for anybody in the chat, if I mispronounce your channel name, please don't be afraid to correct me and let me know how you want me to say it, because I always want to promote everybody's channel the way it's meant to be promoted. So in this case, Globy's Travels is the name of the channel with an S on the end. So we want to make sure we spell that properly. It comes up right away. They got 204 subscribers right now. Great to see they've got that 200 locked in. We'd like to push them towards the 300. We know they must be thinking about. They've got a tour of the Johnny Cash Museum in Arkansas, which is interesting. I'm going to put that video into my catch-up list. That'll give me another piece of content to watch. They tend to take us out on a lot of adventures like that, and then when we look at their About page, we'll get an idea of what they expect to bring to us, including a lot of travel and touristy type content. When we get into their shorts videos, they're getting into 2,700, 3,700, and one over 6,900 views, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Globy's Travels, and like I said, push them towards that 300 we know they're thinking about. Wheaten Shaw, yes, I will remember. Wheaten Shaw is definitely awesome. Cali King 916 is coming up right now. This is a creator that brings us a real-world look at Sacramento, California. I was pleasantly, I don't want to quite say surprised, but you'll know what I mean when I describe this creator. When they first came into the Tuber Chat family, it's got to be a year and a half or longer now, but when they first came in, right away, they were out supporting other creators instantly as I was bouncing in between premieres and live streams, and they keep that up today. I run into them constantly. Now, Cali King 916 has brought quite a few different videos. They bring a lot of variety here. They've gotten into some lottery ticket scratching. Usually they bring us around their area or other areas, but they started with a lot of these like car meets or, you know, hyped up vehicle meets, lots of motorcycles and hyped up and done up cars and things like that. So I remember that clearly from their first days here in Tuber Chat, but they give us a real-world look around Sacramento, California. Shorts bring us a lot of variety on this channel. Some of these have done really well, getting into 10,000 views and beyond, but live streams on this channel as well feature this creator taking us out in their area of Sacramento, which I love the idea of. They're always they always keep engaged in the chat. They're always, like, you know, warm and welcoming, but somebody like myself who lives so far away, I'm in Niagara Falls in Toronto, Canada, I have not ever been over there, and I don't know when I'll ever get a chance to see Sacramento except for television and movies. So when we rely on our YouTube friends to give us a real world look around these areas, I'm always grateful for that. You know, I try to do the same thing when I get out in my area and do some outdoor live streaming, but I always appreciate the fact that Cali King 916 is able to take us out but keep up with the chat at the same time. And let's look at Mike and Rihanna's adventures. These are fellow Canadians from Medicine Hat, Alberta. They bring us a couple's vlogging channel with a lot of travel content as well. In the meantime, if anybody has not already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Yes, Mountain Dew preferably a can of soda. Yeah, we always call it pop in Canada. The other thing too, I don't know the truth about this. So when I see television and movies, I always see what we call chocolate bars, referred to as candy bars. And I know not every candy bar has chocolate in it, but often we will say chocolate bar instead of candy bar. And then pop is how we refer. Even in the grocery stores, you'll see the sign. It'll say like chips, candy, and pop as opposed to soda. It's rarely called soda here. And it's interesting, the little minor cultural differences between Canada and the States, where otherwise they might be looked at as incredibly similar or almost the same. Now, Mike and Rihanna's adventures are growing rapidly. They're over 3,500 subscribers now, which is great to see. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. They put this up a couple hours ago, put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep up with them. Like I said, Mike recently became a travel agent, so there's a lot of travel content on the channel, but these creators will bring us into their home, give us a chance to get to know them. I look at their channel with a lot of their content similar to what I might expect from our homesteading friends. They bring us indoors, they bring us outdoors, they take us on adventures, there's stories to be told and a chance to get to know them. They've got shorts on the channel as well. Lots of variety here, and some of these have gotten into now 5,800, 6,700 views and beyond with some of that famous Canadian winter weather. And then they have a series of live streams, including Sunday Fun, and forgive me for not remembering what time that starts, if it's going to be on soon, because they're typically on every Sunday. That's been going on for as long as I remember. And then they can have StreamYard panels here. They might be giving us a chance to hang out with them. And then they've got a second channel, Rihanna's Life Adventures, gives us a chance to get to know Rihanna a little bit better. Of course, Mike's featured on that channel as well, especially in the shorts. We see him right away in some of the thumbnails here. Rihanna's done a little bit of live streaming as well. She's done some cooking, brought us indoors, brought us outdoors. And then, like I said, on the shorts here, they've started posting a few of these. Those will continue to grow as they post more and more. And they were simulcasting a travel-based live stream for a while on the channel. We'll be looking forward to more live streams from Rihanna over here and more content from both of our friends at Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. KK's Trouble and Educational Vlogs, good to see you here. Comidge in Alaska. Is in the house. I'm going to get them on the wheel in a second. Rae B is coming up, another creator from our homesteading community of friends. Andre Southgate brings prize fighting on his channel. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. It's almost time for me to add some names to our wheel from our chat list, so I'll probably be doing that when we go on our next break. We'll do that next, come back and start looking at channels again. We still got an hour to go if everybody would like to stay that long, and then we'll go and look at our copyright-free music channel as well. Live stream's already running over there. Now, Rae B is working on 700 subscribers over here. This creator will mostly bring us outdoor content. They've brought us indoors as well. They come to us from the homesteading community of channels. And when we look at their About page, we get an idea of the inspiration they want to give us that we're introduced to on their banner when they mention the idea that every day is an opportunity to make our dreams come true. For them, they were looking forward to the idea of living a homesteading lifestyle, and now they do that. I believe they said 4 acres, yes. And this creator will do product reviews, a lot of do-it-yourself videos, and then tips and tricks, of course, when it comes to homesteading. We learn from all of our homesteading friends, in my opinion, or at least somebody like me does. I'm a big city boy who happens to be surrounded by concrete, glass, and steel all the time, not to mention computer monitors and electronic devices. I do enjoy the fresh air, but I have much to learn from our homesteading friends like Rae B. Like I said, product reviews as well. She goes farther than just the product reviews, but actually starts using the products in her videos as well, which is great to see. Rae B is an incredibly over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and always has been here in the Tuber Chat family. I think she's been with us for close to 2 years as well. And then when we get into shorts, we see that some of these are starting to really move. She's had a couple at 1,000 views, but she's got another one at 2,500, and another one here which is taken from a product review at 3,400 views, which is great to see. A couple of live streams she's experimented with. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if she's going to keep those up. We always put notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. So let's spin the wheel. We'll see if we can get another channel ready to go. We'll go on break for 3.5 minutes. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open, hopefully catch it the next time around, where we will come back in 3.5 minutes with Marketplace Boutique. All right, we're back. We're going to look at Marketplace Boutique, who's going to help us with another, at least one, stream of income. Sammy Comedy, forgive me for not being 100% sure if this is your first time in Tuber Chat, but I've got you on the wheel now. We add channels onto the wheel based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. I was looking for a couple channels. I don't think the Wickershire Project Off-Grid is still with us right now. And I know not everybody can be here every day or for hours at a time every time we stream. Gloria's Platter might be gone. Together We Travel. You can let me know if you're here. Regional Sky Girl was here with us for quite a while. Wayne's World Unlimited usually comes in quickly. It's late for them. Actually, today's not too late, but they're in the UK as well. And then I'll continue to spin the wheel. We'll get more channels on the screen, and we still got a while to go. Marketplace Boutique is going to talk to us about the ins and outs of buying and selling online. They've been in e-commerce since 1998. They talk about that on their About section. They were looking for a career change. Even though they were working in law, they wanted to spend some more time at home. And the e-commerce that they got involved in will help with that. Now, what they talk about is buying and selling on platforms like eBay. And the idea of listing items and shipping items is something I can tell you from personal experience are easy things to do once you learn how to do it. She'll help with that as well. But the magic comes in finding what to sell. What on earth are you going to find that you can sell for a profit while giving somebody a good deal? And Marketplace Boutique even goes as far as to take us shopping to show us some of the things that they find. They bring us through a lot of the things that they purchase, sometimes even in collections. They'll buy a collection of something, then separate it out and sell all the different pieces separately, and that's a way to be able to profit as well. So they'll help us with e-commerce, particularly with eBay. I've got their latest video into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them. And then, Sister Winnie, good to see you here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Marketplace Boutique has got some shorts here. Now, lots of creators are doing this where regardless of niche or category, they're bringing us variety in their shorts. This creator's gotten into 4,000, 8,000, even 12,000 views in their shorts, which is great to see. Working on 700 subscribers, like I was saying, so hopefully we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And Marketplace Boutique, first of all, supports on all of my channels, but I think they're here with us in Tuber Chat every day as well. Life is Jaleesa, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Let's spin the wheel. We got another channel ready to go. And it looks like we're going to look at this channel. We'll find out whether this is the first time we've had them on the screen. I think so. This is Sammy Comedy. So we'll see what they've got going on. Hopefully everybody will give them a warm welcome into the Tuber Chat family. And let me make sure I get the right one here, because there's a couple. Sammy Comedy is not an uncommon name. Maybe I'll get to it through my go-to channel link, and then I'll drop the link for them in the chat here. So Sammy Comedy is here, and yes, I believe for the first time. So there's the link for them if you'd like to find it. It really is a help if we search, find, and click on each other's names. So I hope everybody will do that instead, but I'll also drop the handle here just in case you have trouble finding them. They got 1,300 subscribers, so they're already doing well. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your most recent videos. I usually look for something much longer than 3 minutes. So I'll take one of these 5-minute ones, and I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of your video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators creators from around the world in different time zones. Next up is going to be Scratch and PPA, very much described as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, one of the most supportive creators I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube now. And Scratch and PPA is literally known as somebody who seems to be everywhere all the time. I think everybody who's already met him will agree he's one of their most supportive creators as well. Now, Scratch and PPA brings an interesting twist on his channel to lottery ticket scratching, where he pits 2 tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, X, or Facebook, which of course I do. Makes his series unique, sets it apart. It's a lot of fun to be a part of. Now, presentation is also on the forefront of his mind. You'll see his bright, beautiful avatar is matched by the content in his thumbnails, which also give us a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series. And then his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production, and his banner is updated every single week, if you can believe that as well. Now, if you can catch us for one of his premieres, which happen every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. It is very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. So, those happen, like I said, 12:15 Eastern, and again, I go back to the idea of how supportive this creator is. Scratch and PPA actually celebrated a birthday yesterday, by the way, but some of us have alarms on our phones, and some of us even text each other to make sure that we don't miss Scratch and PPA's premiere, so we're always there as often as we can be. He's got his next one set up. He usually sets them up on Saturday. They're ready to go for Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. I've got my notification on for that now. And we also see that this creator recently expanded the content on their channel. They took a trip to Italy a few months ago, and they brought us a lot of vlogging style shorts where they took us around the different areas they visited, and they brought us a lot of Italian lottery tickets, which we otherwise might not have seen. We've got a live stream on the channel, Scratch and PPA's first ever live stream, and he has threatened the idea that he may do another pop-up stream at some point. So we're all I'm sure very excited that Scratch and PPA has expanded the content on the channel. Lots of people will be looking forward to the next live stream that comes up from this creator, and he's closing in on 2,000 subscribers. He's literally going to have it any day now. So hopefully everybody will connect with him and help push him towards that milestone. Just Jason, Keto, and more. Thank you so much for the gifted membership again. He's done that countless times before. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And I'm sure that Rem's family will be happy to have that membership. If they're still in the chat right now, I'll put them on the wheel right away. I know they were here earlier. And we'll look at Karin's life right now. So thank you again, Just Jason, Keto, and more. Like I said earlier, I actually had a chance to meet Jason in person, and we look forward to doing a few collaborations, I'm sure, in the not too distant future, especially now that, I mean, we haven't had much of a winter in my area in Canada anyway, but the weather is about to start getting better, fingers crossed, of course, right? But thank you again, Just Jason, Keto, and more. So, Karin's life is a dear friend of about 3.5 years as well. She's here as a member and a moderator. She's another fellow Canadian that comes to us from Nova Scotia. And she brings a variety in content that literally does encompass everything that is Karin's life. She could be cooking, cleaning, doing a product review or an unboxing or haul video. She takes us outdoors, she brings us indoors, and she happens to be a small business owner as well. Some of you recognize the name Lighthouse and Anchor Design. She produces everything from hats to mugs like the one I hold in my hand every single day here, pardon me, and then as well vinyl stickers, Christmas ornaments, just about anything that can be printed. So this creator gives us a chance to see how the merchandise is made behind the scenes, often with live streams where we get to see her working on a lot of the different things that she's making. She also takes us on adventures or outdoors for ride-along. She's been doing a lot of dash cam footage as well lately. and can take us on adventures. Shorts have done extremely well on this channel, getting into 17,000. One breakout shorts at 77,000, and she's got one here at 23,000, which is still moving along. She posts shorts fairly frequently. I'll just show you her second channel as well, Maritime Dash Cam, where she's bringing us more ride-alongs and dash cam footage, again from Nova Scotia. So she just put out a brand new vlog type video. I'm just going to put that into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with the channel. 61 subscribers on this second one right now. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that first 100. Some of the shorts have already started to move into 3,000 and 6,000 views, and then she's done a bit of live streaming over here as well. That will likely continue. So hopefully everybody will continue to connect with Maritime Dash Cam and Karin's life. We'd love to get this creator to their next milestones, and like I said, an incredibly dear friend who's here as a member and a moderator. Pam's Cozy Crochet Nook we looked at earlier, so we're one channel ahead. If anybody wants a swap playlist, by the way, for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, pardon me, yes, if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Now, I heard something, and I think it was in a book that I'm listening to right now. I'm listening to an audiobook. I'm going through like a book a month right now. I've got this thing with trying to get through as much as I can. And they mentioned the word curmudgeon. And I haven't looked it up to know exactly what that is. But Curmudge in Alaska has been a friend of quite some time now. And I saw somebody come into the chat here just, I don't know, a month ago, something like that. And they were actually saying, nice name, I get it. So I know there's something to that. So I don't know if you want to let me know what that is, or I'll go look it up after so I can understand the name behind Curmudgeon Alaska. But this creator is a couple of creators, actually, Rob, Sarah, and Zeus. And then they have a 100% off-grid Airbnb and homestead in Alaska. So remote, in fact, that I believe you cannot drive there, if I understood right. Now, I've seen a video on the channel, and I forget which one it was, or if it was a live stream, where what they have done, I think this is it here, they go out to get supplies, so they show up to, and I can't remember, he said the name the last time I caught him, or in the video of I think it was the last time I caught him on a live stream. He said the name of what it is when a train stops at a specific area, but there's no station, there's no like deck, there's no like walkway, there's nothing. Train stops, drops the supplies. These guys were picking them up on snowmobiles and then heading back to their homestead. So that's how remote I think we're talking over here. I've still got lots to learn about this channel and what they're doing, but they have been a friend of many months now. So I'm just going to grab their latest Dream Studio video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get caught up with the channel a little bit. And then they got some shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into 2,400, even 2,700 views and beyond. And then live streams on the channel. They do lives every Monday night. So Monday Night Live, they're usually giving us a chance to get to know them. The conversation can go just about anywhere once we get there. And hopefully everybody will catch them. And we've got notification bells on for every channel as well. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. The Stock Explorer, good to see you in the house. That's Nora. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Regional Sky Girl, I'm going to get you on the wheel right now. I was looking for you a few minutes ago. And let's spin. We'll see who's coming up next. Stock Explorer is here as a member and a moderator. They're another friend of long over 3 years. And look at that luck. They just came in. I just talked about them. Just put them on the wheel and they came up right away. The wheel's random. We never know how long it's going to take to come up. And the Stock Explorer is coming up right now, so let's see what they've got on their channel. In the meantime, if, again, anybody wants a swap playlist, please just say so in the chat. If you haven't already given a thumbs up, I hope you will. The Stock Explorer is now well over 2,000 subscribers, which is great to see. And this is one of many channels that's going to help us with our finances. Nora has really expanded the content and fun on the channel over the last year or so, but they typically want to talk to us about stocks, sometimes crypto, but they get into everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like options trading, NFTs, and things like that. The Stock Explorer has a lot of product in hand in a lot of their videos. We see that when we get through a lot of this stuff. I've seen Nora go as far as to order a product from a company which they have invested in and then open that product on a live stream, which I think is really, really cool. They're very forthcoming about their own stock plays and portfolio. And then as well, they've got shorts on the channel where they're doing a lot of what, or they're doing the same thing a lot of channels are doing, bringing pure variety into their shorts, regardless of niche or category on the channel. A couple of these have done well, 2,600 and 3,800 views. One of them continues to grow at 9,600 views. Pardon me. Oh my goodness, coughing over nothing too now. The Stock Explorer, pardon me just for 1 second, I'll be right back. The Stock Explorer also has done a lot of live streams. Now, they've got different thumbnails based on different types of activity here. When you see the bear and the bull, they're typically talking about stocks. They've had lots of StreamYard panels, lots of friendly conversation. I've joined them on their channel for a two-hour conversation about YouTube, actually. And then the Stock Explorer is doing a lot of lottery ticket scratching with a lot of other creators as well. Lots of these are collaborations, which are really exciting, really cool, and the Stock Explorer's got a really vibrant community as well. When you catch them for a live stream, it's hard to keep up with the chat over there. They really do a great job of supporting other creators. They've been a dear friend to me. They're somebody who cares very much about the YouTube community and those of us in the Superchat family. They have even inspired me as a friend, for which I'm going to be eternally grateful. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Stock Explorer. They go live several times a week, but I think they're pop-ups more than anything else. And they're going to do a spring challenge soon, they say as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Stock Explorer and see that. Regional ended, that is constantly jet setting and bringing us now live streams to go along with their content. They put up a premiere where they were doing some people watching. I enjoy that as much as anybody does, giving us a look inside an airport, and they've put out another video since then already. Just a quick one, but I'll put it in my catch-up list anyway. And that's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Simply Vigo, good to see you in the house. That creator is going to bring us delicious vegan-looking meals and snacks and things like that. Destination Fun, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. I'm just looking at the chat for a quick second here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I'll add some names onto our wheel from our chat list again shortly. We usually do that when we get down to about 5 or 6 names. And then Regional Sky Girl has 202 subscribers right now. They've just about got that 200 locked in, which is great to see. They're here with us just about every single day, and they're taking us all over what I believe is North America. Now, live streams are something I caught them for one just a few days ago. I didn't realize how many you had done. So forgive me for not catching that. But yeah, they actually started streaming a few months ago. I'm going to grab the latest live stream replay. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list just to give you a few watch minutes there. It's never too early to start working on watch time when we're thinking about monetization. So Regional Sky Girl, no need for them to fly internationally unless they're on vacation. Yes, so I believe that they're bringing us all over North America. And there's going to be a lot to learn and see from this creator, obviously, and then random hotel room reviews in between their travel videos, and a chance to get to know them as well, which is great to see. And like I said, they've already been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and they're here with us just about every day, or every time we stream. Monica Lynn, Alaska My Heart, is another channel I'm still getting to know, and let's put them up onto the screen right now. I'll dig through our list and see what I can do about getting a few creators on there that have been in the chat for a long period of time. BioBengal Fantasy Network, good to see you here. I didn't see you in the chat, forgive me for that. Let's get Wheaten Shaw onto the wheel, and we will also get Andre Southgate on there right now. And we'll add some more names to the wheel as we need them. So Monica Lynn, Alaska My Heart, lets us know that they are a Louisiana hunting and fishing family, born and raised, as well as they give us some more information here, but Alaska is always in their hearts. Now, this creator has brought us a lot of short videos on their front page here. Shrimp ravioli and lobster sauce is going to be interesting for a lot of people. Me personally, I don't eat a lot of shellfish ever. Once in a while I'll have a craving for shrimp or something, but I've never had any kind of crab or lobster that has made me say I have to have this. So I don't know why. I like fish. I'll eat lots of salmon, and of course lots of fish and chips places when they have halibut, and some places will do cod and other things. But not shellfish for me personally, but I'm always interested to see. As a matter of fact, Kristen and I went out last night to a place, and she did surf and turf kind of thing over there. With lots of restaurants around the Niagara area, as you can imagine. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 3,500, 36, and 3,700 views with more variety. Lots of outdoor content here, and then a little bit of cooking. So Alaska My Heart is a channel I'm looking forward to getting to know better. They just did a stream a few months ago. We'll see if they're going to, continue those. And we see a lot of variety on their channel as well. So I'll be looking forward to seeing what more variety they're going to bring to us. Monica Lynn, Alaska My Heart's been here with us frequently since finding us as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a second. Scrow's Nest, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Scratch Master is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. I would have not known, if it wasn't for finding the small YouTuber community, how big the lottery ticket scratching community is on YouTube, if it wasn't for Tuber Chat, let's just say. And boy, are there ever a vibrant community of generous creators in that niche or category. Lottery ticket scratching is something else. I mean, I'll play tickets occasionally. I've bought, many over a lifetime. I don't play regularly or anything like that. There's no, series that I love enough for that or anything. But often what will happen is for different special occasions, like birthdays and Christmas and stuff like that, a lot of my family members will give each other, or Kristen and I will give each other a couple of scratch tickets. And I play the regular lottery. Here in Ontario, Canada, we've got a couple. Kristen plays one, and I play the other. They happen a few times a week. And that can be fun. And I like seeing the different types of games that people come up with, but I am really overwhelmed by the generosity of a lot of creators behind these lottery ticket scratching channels, and some of these live streams really get pretty exciting and wild, in my opinion. Scratch Master's got over 500 subscribers, which is great to see. We'll be looking forward to more video content if they're going to continue, and shorts as well. They've got one there. Live streams are where the magic happens on this channel. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these again soon. It's been a couple of weeks, and Scratch Master is actually here with us in Tuber Chat frequently as well. Oh, BioBengal Fantasy Network is addicted to scratching tickets now, they say. Yeah, and it's interesting to see the different things that creators do. Like, there's a lot of Scratch battles that go on Stock Explorer's channel. Of course, Scratch and PPA, I believe, put a lot of contemplation into what he was going to do before he started the content. But he has been consistent since day one, over 3 years. And the idea, of course, like I said, is pitting lottery tickets against each other, but giving the audience the chance to vote on which tickets they want to see in the videos. I think that's really, really cool and great to have put that much thought into it. Wheaten Shaw is going to be coming up next. We'll go for 3.5 minutes. We will come right back. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. And even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. The next creator we're going to see says that they scratch about 1 ticket a month right now. So we'll see what else they got on their channel when we get over there. We're back in 3.5 minutes.
Pardon me. All right, we're back. Wheaten Shaw is up on the screen right now. This is another creator who's here with us frequently, but a channel I'm still getting to know. So they give us a bit of a description here, letting us know that it contains some adult humor. So it's great that they've got a bit of a warning there, so we know that we might find some edgy content when we get there. But I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos that they've got here.
Actually, I'll take the second latest, or yes, I'll take the latest one. I'll put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up a little bit, just watch another piece of content. And I say it all the time, but one of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels over weeks and months by watching content, hanging out in live streams and premieres. I get to know the content and I also enjoy getting to know creators in behind the scenes if you want to connect on the outside social networks as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, X some of the time, and Facebook most of the time as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. Wheaten Shaw's also got some shorts here. These have gotten into almost 4,000 and over 5,000 views. And then as well live streams on the channel, and these are happening fairly frequently, usually at least a couple times a week. So hopefully everybody will catch Wheaten Shaw. I thought I caught you once for a live stream. Am I right? Am I mistaken? Yeah, a couple times. That's great. So hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. I got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and catching as much content from each other as we can as well. Destination Fun and Simply Vigo I got on the wheel. Destination Fun is coming up right now, which is great to see. And Angel Light Over Darkness, my dear friend, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I mentioned her earlier in the stream today. Angel Light Over Darkness 33, I think, has been a friend of over 4 years as well, since before Superchat was even a thought. One of our longest standing members, as you can see. Willow's Creations, good to see you here. Another longtime friend, good to have you in the house. And Angel Light Over Darkness is a member, so we'll put her on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then we will add some names to the wheel as we need them. We still got almost a half an hour to go. I did drop the link already for our copyright-free music channel. We'll go over there and raid right after Tuberchat if everybody wants to come over there. It's a virtual 24-hour stream that's like a virtual nightclub with a video game going. There's link drops over there. Everybody can continue connecting the same way we do here in Tuberchat, and people trickle in and out of there all the time, but it's a lot of fun. So Destination Fun is another longtime friend, somebody who's an incredibly supportive channel. They're here with us in TuberChat frequently. I see them out supporting other creators and in StreamYard panels frequently as well. They're going to bring us a lot of travel, especially cruising. I'm just going to grab their Carnival Celebration video and put that in my catch-up list from last week. That will give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. They mentioned the idea that they're bringing us cruising, theme parks, food, entertainment, travel, and other fun destinations. Shorts on this channel have gotten into almost 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, almost 7,000 views. And when I saw the shorts there's my favorite toy, a Sea-Doo. Jet ski, if you want to call it that. In Canada, we have a company that makes them. Bombardier makes the Sea-Doo brand of jet skis, so I always call them Sea-Doos. And then Destination Fun has got some live streams here as well. It's been a while since I caught you, about a month ago. Hopefully I'll catch you again for another one very soon. They got StreamYard panels. They might take us outdoors or on an adventure. And hopefully everybody will connect with them. We'd love to push them towards the 1,400 subscribers that we know that they're thinking about. Cool Gamer, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Andre Southgate brings us prize fighting on his channel. He has for a long, long time. It's pure opinion over here, but it's great to hear what somebody thinks about some of the prize fighting that comes up, especially with the popularity where it seems to have grown over the many, many years. At least over my lifetime, anyway. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. I want to hear what he has to say about this, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. It's so funny. I think, wasn't it Joe Rogan that said something just the other day? I saw it in passing, probably on Twitter or X, where they said, Mike Tyson is still a killer, man. That guy, you can't mess with that guy. So we'll see. And then, lots of opinion on prize fighting here. He literally is like letting us know what he thinks about the upcoming fights between different fighters or some of the past events. When we get into shorts, this creator showed us a hint a long time ago about the fact that some of these outdoor grilling shorts really do well, and they've gotten into over 4,000 views, one over 11,000, which is great to see, in amongst a lot more variety. Hopefully they'll post more and more, and some live streams as well. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of these if you're going to keep these up. I've caught them once before, but it's been a little while. I've got notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a moment, and we'll see what is going to happen with Gaming with Debbie. So this is a fairly new channel in the Tuber Chat family. They actually picked up a gifted membership today, which is great, and Brown Girl Bella dropped that earlier. Let me see what they've got going on their channel. Now, Gaming with Debbie is quite a popular name, so I'm going to put the handle in the chat here, and it's a better service for each other when we search, find, and click on each other's channels. But if you absolutely can't find it, we can either type out that handle or copy it. They happen to be live right now, actually. So lots of video gameplay, of course, VR and PC games. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they say they're live every single day. And then videos come out of their gameplay as well. I'm going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. I like Daft Punk for sure, so I'll be interested to see what you've got going on there. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 3,000, even 4,000 views and beyond. And then live streams are, so they're live right now. They got one coming up in a couple of days, so they're live just about every single day and mixing up the gameplay, as we can see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Gaming with Debbie. And like I said, they're fairly new in the Tuber Chat family, but we'd love to help them hit their next milestone of 1,200 subscribers. And let's get Scrow's Nest onto the wheel. Cool Gamer is somebody who's here with us frequently. We'll get them onto the wheel as well. And I'll spin. We'll see who's coming up next. And then Angel Light Over Darkness is coming up right now. AS Blind Made Production, Alfonso, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in from Colorado. Oh, that's unfortunate to see a channel disappear. Natalie Nicole's ASMR is a longtime friend as well. Good to have you in the house. Angel Light Over Darkness 33 has been a friend, like I said, of probably 4 years now, well over 3.5 years. She's been here since before the beginning of Tuber Chat, as a matter of fact. She has a one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuber Chat family, and what she brings to us are angel readings. If you haven't seen what angel numbers are, when you get to her channel, you'll get an idea right away. They can be inspiring. They can give you some insight as to what's been going on in your life, what might be happening today, what might be to come. Of course, she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And you know I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. So Angel Light Over Darkness will bring us lots of videos on her channel. She's got some shorts here as well to give us mini versions of inspiration, 2,300, 3,600 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, this is where the magic happens on this channel. I just caught her last week. Hopefully I'll catch you again very shortly for one of these. She's live a few times a week. And this is where she will bring you angel readings. And this is done as people enter the chat. So it's interactive, right? You enter the stream and then she'll talk about your angel number based on that day and time that you've come in. And everybody gets to participate, which is really, really cool. So I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Yellow Shirt Dad is here. They happen to be a member. We've seen his channel earlier today, particularly on Legal Minded Friends Karin Cole, because they did some collaborating. We'll see what Cool Gamer's got going on right now. This is a creator who's with us every day And I might have to get to them from their handle or from their go-to link. So pardon me while I scroll through the chat to get to them. And that's interesting. So here's Cool Gamer, and we'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to produce content, but they're here with us just about every day in Tuber Chat. They're always over on the music channel as well. I'm always grateful for the extra support. We're going to go and look at that copyright-free music channel shortly. I'll drop the link once more right now. We'll do it a few more times. We'll go over there and raid together when it's time, but we'll get through as many channels in the next 15 minutes or so as we can. I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3.5 minutes, then we'll roll into the music stream. And what I'm talking about is our copyright-free music channel, where all the same music that you hear in the background of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. We have a separate channel for that, and a live stream that runs with a virtual nightclub, a video game going, and it's a lot of fun over there. Everybody can continue connecting the same way we do here. All that music is available on all major music platforms as well. Pardon me, like Spotify, Deezer, and YouTube Music, Amazon, iTunes, and everywhere else. Simply Vigo is up here right now. I've put Willow's creations onto the wheel. If anybody wants to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then, so as Blind Made Production, I wouldn't be an authority specifically on prepping channels. Definitely not. And I have seen a few creators lose channels for different reasons over the course of my 6.5 years on YouTube. The only thing I can recommend when it comes to making sure that you're not going to have your channel deleted is to be very well versed in the YouTube community guidelines in terms of service. I know how daunting it can be to read some of the legal jargon that we're going to get when we read those things, but it's worth looking at because YouTube makes very clear some of the things that we cannot have on our channels. Doesn't matter that it's not right, doesn't matter that it's not fair. 100% for sure, we will probably all agree YouTube is not a free speech platform. We have to be careful of the things that we say. You are responsible for anything you publish, including when other people do things on your channel. A good example is an outdoor live stream. I have gotten a strike on my personal channel. It's expired now, so it's gone, but that was because somebody said something in an outdoor live stream. And again, you're responsible. So that's my recommendation. When it comes to channels being deleted, YouTube makes very clear that once the decision is made, those channels will not be brought back. However, it's worth trying to reach out to them. If somebody is not able to reach the YouTube support department through the partner program, live chat, email, or anything else, I have heard from many creators over the years that they have success trying to reach out to the YouTube support team on Twitter or X. So I would recommend trying. But I've seen a couple creators lose channels for a couple of different reasons. It's usually copyright, but once they've been gone, unfortunately, they've been gone. That doesn't mean that that has to happen to everybody. It's an unfortunate thing. I've got a friend that had over 115,000 subscribers that lost the channel. So Simply Vigo is up on the screen right now. This is a creator that's going to bring us delicious vegan looking meals and snacks. Lori's Tech Time, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Angel Light Over Darkness wipes out bad comments. That's something to think about as well. We all have to be careful about the things on our channels. Most of you know I keep most things fairly tight. My personal channel, I'm a little more laxed with, if you want to put it that way. But once your community is big enough, it starts policing itself as well. So when people come in and start saying ridiculous things about, your video suck and you suck and you're terrible and what a scam artist and everything else, these are the things I've heard, I promise you, that usually end up getting other people that will comment back to them and look after it. So I try not to delete comments unless they're really terrible and extremely offensive. If somebody's just like, you treated us like 5-year-olds when you did that review, okay, whatever. Like, I'm not going to bother deleting that. But when they're, when they say some of the horrible things that they say, then I wouldn't blame anybody for getting rid of a lot of that. So it's a thought. We all have to think about what we can do. And then there's things you can do to help your channel a little bit, at least when it comes to the community. If you search out YouTube banned words list on the internet, you have to be very careful, but there are people who have generously put out collections of words that you can copy and paste into your community settings as banned words that people cannot say in your chat. So just be careful when you're doing that kind of thing, dragging things off the internet, you know what I mean? But you can. And that helps keep the chat a little bit tight so people can't say some of the horribly offensive things that sometimes people say. But that's just an idea. And then, spamming happens and bombs of different types where you get like floods of comments or chatters and things like that. But as for content itself, YouTube lets us know they can be very vague in terminology, but they do clearly give us an idea of what we might not be able to post. So you got to think about that, and then hopefully everybody, spreads those stories to let other friends know, hey, I had a problem. Hopefully you won't have the same. Like I said, I got a strike on my personal channel because of a speech at a political rally when I was chasing some political content. And, we're responsible for what we post. So it doesn't matter that I didn't know that they were going to say what they said. I don't even think anything's horrible about it. But again, I can't say this enough. YouTube is not a free speech platform. Most of us know that, if not all of us. So we have to keep that in consideration, especially when we decide to play in this arena. So, pardon me, Lori's Tech Time, I've got you on the wheel. Simply Vigo is up here right now. They're working on 1,400 subscribers. There's a lot of delicious looking content on this channel. I've got a lot to learn when it comes to the differences, let's say, between vegetarian and vegan, the truth about what you can and cannot consume and where it can come from and the rules and, if we want to call them guidelines and things like that. But Simply Vigo is going to help us with that. And then shorts on this channel as well. Bring us more pardon the pun, bite-size ideas of some of the delicious looking things that they're making. But hopefully everybody will connect with Simply Vigo. They're here with us frequently, and I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And Lori's Tech Time is going to come up right now. This is another creator who's been a long-time dear friend of about 3.5 years. She's really active on all of the social networks, or the popular ones anyway. I believe I'm connected to her on TikTok, but certainly Instagram, because I see her stuff come up all the time. She teaches us how to use some of the different ideas when it comes to social platforms. Like, for instance, she recently did a video about shorts. Here's another one. Video Leap is what I was thinking of. Some Candy Crush videos. Even I play Candy Crush. I talked about that the other day as well. Here's another comic style filter from Video Leap that she's shown us. I didn't mean to download that, but that's okay. I'm going to put this video on my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with what she's doing over here. Now, Lori's Tech Time started by bringing us electronic gadget reviews, and some of these come from a monthly subscription service, or it may not be monthly right now, but a subscription service called Gadget Discovery Club. I saw another service on Cratejoy the other day. Let me type that in case anybody hasn't seen that. This is where you can find just about any monthly subscription service, cratejoy.com, and there's like discount codes and everything over there as well. But I saw an electronic gadget service, and I'm not sure if it's the same one. But Gadget Discovery Club is something that Lori's Tech Time introduced us to, and then she does a lot of those reviews, a lot of video gameplay as well, and occasional tutorials. And then this creator's got quite a few shorts. Now, when I look at the latest ones, you're going to get an idea. This is what I've seen from her a lot on Instagram Reels and things. So it's great that this creator is repurposing this content. But some of these shorts have done well, getting into 9,000 views and beyond. One over 19,000. I think that one's still growing. And then live stream. She mixes up video games so that she can play with her audience and see what the audience is going to vibe with. She's got a separate channel now just for Battle Cats as well. So I'll look at that. Lori's Battle Cats, which is a game I was introduced to by her, actually. But it's done so well for her. She's got a new channel now. 168 subscribers. And all Battle Cats all the time, which is a great idea. I'm going to take the latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up and learn more about the game in this channel. And then she's got some shorts over here as well. These have started to already move into over 1,000 views, which is great to see. Lori's Tech Time has been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter over the last 3 and beyond years. And then let's spin the wheel. Gaming with Debbie, their game crashed on them. Yeah, Candy Crush, even to this day, I still often play. I aspire to get back into mobile game creation. I've put probably 10 different apps on the App Store as a minimum over the years, but many of them were many years ago. And I expect to get back to that. That's the next project for me. When I do, I'll get into things like those bubble shooter games and Candy Crush and Jelly Splash, just, copies of those kinds of things. But when I play Candy Crush, I usually I forget how high I ever got, like level 300 or something like that. But I usually get as far as I can before I get frustrated, and then I just erase all the content and start over again. And my patience doesn't allow me to get all the way to level 10,000 or anything like that. Willow's Creations is up on the screen right now. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. Hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Tamika Davis, good to see you in the house. That's an incredibly supportive creator who I believe I run into every single day when I'm on YouTube, bouncing in between premieres and live streams. Willow's Creations is a longtime friend. You got a video in the featured position here. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. Give me a chance to see what that's about. This creator's monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I think they've been a friend of probably 3 years now. It's got to be close to it. And I'll be looking forward to what they're going to do. It's great to see you're getting a jump on Mother's Day. I forget, and part of me, is Mother's Day now or recent in the UK? I think Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More let me know a long time ago that we have a different date for Mother's Day in North America than they do in some other areas. And then it's great that you're getting a jump on that, though. Willow's Creations is going to show us a lot of crafting ideas when it comes to especially greeting cards. And then shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 1,600 and 1,900 views, which is great to see. And then some live streams as well, even up to a few weeks ago. So hopefully we'll catch them for some more live streams. I've got notification bells on for every single creator, and they're working on 1,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. I just dropped the link again for our copyright-free music stream. Hopefully everybody will come over and raid over there. And there's a virtual nightclub going on. The live stream runs virtually 24 hours a day. There's a video game going. Everybody can participate in the chat. We do link drops over there, and we'll all go over there together in a couple of minutes. I'll leave Superchat running for 3 more minutes like I always do so that we can clean up our connections here, but you're free to go over there and meet new friends anytime. Scrow's Nest is up here right now, another incredibly supportive creator that brings us a lot of travel content. They get involved in a lot of the other travel channels as well. I see them supporting others constantly. They have one of my favorite taglines for a YouTube banner. It says, spending our children's inheritance, one cruise at a time. And they're well over 1,000 subscribers now, which is great to see. They post videos fairly frequently, and then they've got some shorts on the channel as well that have done well, getting into 1,700 and even one over 5,600 views, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scrow's Nest, get an idea of their travel and cruising content. And thank you everybody for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to, but we're trying to bring streams out every other day. So we'll be back on Tuesday and Thursday, and I'll drop the link again for our music channel. Hopefully everybody will come over there right now. You can stay as long as you like, of course, and we will see everybody again shortly. Black Guns and Gardens, good to see you in the house. Thank you to our moderators. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. Forgive my quick exit, but we'll head over there in a moment. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.